So I'm now ready to work on round 2 of my granny square. So I'm using a new colour, so I'm going to show you how to join. Granny squares, you always work into chain spaces. Apart from that round 1 where we were working into the base ring, from now on it's always into the chain spaces. A lot of patterns you will use involve going into actual stitches, but apart from the slip stitch at the end of each round, you will always be working into these corner or side chain spaces. So now let's join our next colour into a 3 chain space. So I'm going to go into the corner over here, doesn't matter which one you go into. And to join a new colour, I put the new colour underneath my square, put the hook through, and then catch the yarn and bring it up. Now to lock it in place, I do a slip stitch and I use both yarns just to make it firm. So I'm bringing both yarns through just to lock it in place. And I'm going to drop that little tail and now pull that tight, and now I'm ready to start the pattern. You'll see at the moment it looks like you've got 2 loops, but that's just your double thread. That will now disappear as you carry on the pattern. So round 2, using B, I'm joined the yarn with a slip stitch into any 3 chain space, and now I've got to do 3 chain. 1, 2, 3, and that counts as my first treble. Again, looking at my bracket, read through the whole bracket before you begin it, just so that you're really clear what you need to do. And it says here 2 trebles, comma, 3 chain, and then 3 trebles into the same 3 chain space. So it's all going to go into this chain space. So let's start with first 2 treble. 1, 2. And now it's asking me to do 3 chain in order to create my corner. So 3 chain, and then I've got to do another 3 trebles all into this same space. So you're staying in the same position to build up this corner so that you'll have 2 lots of 3s into this one corner. Now to get to my next corner, I need to follow what the pattern says. It says chain 1. So I always think of the chain 1 like a travelling chain. So 1 chain, and now I'm ready to jump over to the next corner. So now I'm following the brackets again, and it tells me to do 3 treble, and then 3 chain for my corner, and then 3 treble again into that same chain space. So this is now working on my second corner. So there you can see how it's building up the square. So again, to travel to the next corner, 1 chain, and now jumping to the next corner, the same combination again. 3 treble, then 3 chain for my corner, and then 3 trebles again. And each time I do a combination of 3, I always pull them together or just push them together to make a cluster of 3, so you can really see how they work as a clear corner. So final travelling, 1 chain, last corner, 3 treble, 3 chain corner, and then another 3 trebles into my final corner. And then finally, to get from this corner to this, I just need my 1 chain. And then to finish that round, I'm going to join with a slip stitch into the top of the 3 chain that I made at the beginning, like we did in the previous round. So it's 1, 2, 3 into there, right across the stitch, and then I just join with a slip stitch, then I can pull that yarn out to fasten off, pull out the yarn ready for darning in, and I will have then finished my round 2.